slowly. Wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me and we can run from here.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Loneliest City Podcast, where we talk about life and living in Edmonton. In this episode, we'll be talking about dating, bar stories, and experiences using Tinder. I'm your host Sean, here with co-hosts JC, Ian, and Jesse. For more on our podcast, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Links will be provided in the description and headers. So how's everyone doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Awesome. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm excited to one. I was like, this topic is kind of brewing
Yeah.
in the chats since the start, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, we've been talking about covering this topic for a while. It's nice to finally get about to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally talk about it.
Yeah, you all have a lot to share based on like what you've been saying.
she's gonna be spicy, boys.
Yeah, man.
She's gonna be spicy.
Spike.
Oh, I think so. And, let's talk about some of your best experiences dating. Let's get off on a good foot, I guess.
Okay.
What does anybody have like a best first date?
I think I do. I have a really
Oh.
good first date.
I got a good one too.
Yeah, because
I only have one, man. To be honest,
You go-
this one.
You go
Alright.
first. You go
okay,
first.
thank
Sarah.
you. The only reason why I think it's the best first date is because I didn't know it was a date, and also because it's been the only first date that I've ever had because it's just I've never been on dates after that. So
Okay.
because I'm with my boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna consider this my first date, even though I didn't know what was going on at the time. And this happened way back in high school. Way back in
Oh,
high
wow.
school, and I was in grade
Oh.
12. Yeah, I know. Like high school sweetheart's really cute, but
Yeah.
Aw.
That is cute, man.
it's pretty cute. Yeah. So we were
That's
in
awesome.
high school. I remember every single day I'd kind of stay at the school and study because I was a good kid. And I'd stay there for
Wow.
hours.
What
a
happened?
nerd.
I know, right?
Just
What
wait,
happened?
Jesse.
Just
I mean,
stay there and study and and then sometimes it is so funny because my boyfriend, he's more athletic, and so he did sports and everything, and he'd be sticking
Okay.
around, and I'd be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" He's sticking around, and I don't know, we just became friends, and we were friends before that, just kind of talking and laughing about stupid things, and it was fun. And I guess one day he decided he was gonna ask me out on a date. Kind of, we're just gonna have a fun day, but I think
Okay.
it was like a
But
whole
you
day
didn't
was kind of
clarify
fun.
it was a date?
No, well, because it just happened out of the
assumed.
blue.
Okay.
So I remember I was sitting at my I think I was sitting at my usual study spot, and these two girls,
You
one
sounded
of them was
really
my
cool.
cousin. Yeah, it was really cool. I was just sitting there, my study spot, and they came up to me and they're like, "By the way, whose locker is 124?" And I was like, "That's my locker."
What?
It's like, "What happened to my locker?" And I was freaked out. They were like, "No, just kidding." And at first I was like, "Who vandalized my locker, assholes? Like, who did this?" I was
There's
mad.
a blood stain on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Know what you
But
did
then-
afterward.
Yeah. And so I was about to go wreck some, I don't know, I was mad. And so I was sitting there
Yeah.
thinking, I wonder why my locker. But then Christian, my boyfriend, he texted me and he said, "Hey, you should go check your locker." And so I said, "Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go finally see what's up with my locker." And I look, and then he had taped a rose onto it. And then there was a note. I know.
That's cute,
Wow,
man.
Man, this
It
is
gets
this is
wild.
this is a terrible
smooth
first story.
Jack over here.
I know.
Because now we're gonna talk about skeezy shit, and we're all gonna feel bad to this romantic shit. Like,
Yeah.
It's right. It gets even. I don't know. Okay. And
Whoa.
it had the card. There was a card onto it, and it had some of my favorite
Okay.
things, lyrics, and all that. And it was a clue, and it had number 1 on it. And it's kind of in certain words said, "Hey, go to this room for clue number 2." And so I'm like, "Whoa, this is weird." I take the flower, and I go into the next room. And then there's another flower. It's taped somewhere else, and then it, has another clue there. So I'm following these clues around, right, all throughout the school. And I guess he planned this with the teachers.
He what?
Yeah, so he put these clues with these flowers, these roses. There's 12 clues, I think, or 4.
Oh,
I think
man.
there's four of them. And so goes outside, and he's by the basketball court because he used to play basketball there. And he's there with more roses, and it's really sweet. And
What?
So, yeah.
Aw, that's like
it's so
the
sweet.
cheesiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
the-
So
It is
cute, yeah.
cute,
And I
yeah.
was very
man.
thankful. I was like, "Thank you." And then you know what he said to him right after because I'm really stupid and I'm like the stupidest person ever, and I couldn't fathom that he liked me.
Oh man.
I really said to him like, "Wow, you're such a good friend."
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Just a
Brilliant.
punch to this man's gut.
He probably once like jumped off a cliff.
He put out, man. He put out. He put out.
And I still
Man,
laugh about that
Nobody
because
ever wrote nice things on my locker.
yeah,
Wait, I bet he's just like, oh dang, I hope she has a sister or something. No,
I
just
know, right? Yeah.
Biggest
I'm
shot to the
so
chest.
stupid. Yeah, I know, and it was so obvious, and I couldn't fathom it. I was like, "What? This doesn't make
JC,
any
how
sense."
did that like? I'm sorry, that's like the huge. That's just how is it not a cure to you? The guy puts roses all over the place. The teachers are in on this. They're all like plastered on the.
Around the school, and she's like, "Oh, he's a cool friend."
Whoa, what a cool guy!
But like, to be fair, my whole life, like up to that point, I'd never been asked out before. Actually, no, I've been asked out like before, but I threw up, and yeah, it was a bad
Through
I threw
okay.
up. Yeah,
That's
because
my
I was like,
go-to.
what? Yeah, and so yeah, no, it never happened. Never had a dude have a crush on me before, so it was just like, what? And I was like, just didn't know what to expect when someone does. I don't know. I was very confused. Anyway, yeah, we went and we got ice cream
Okay.
afterwards. It was
Okay.
very cute. And then I embarrassed myself then too, and it was cute. But I consider that a first date because we were like, we had a fun time. And he bought me ice cream, so that was cute.
So
What a
can we just
roller
go
coaster.
back for a second? You've been asked out, but you puked. Is that like your go-to move? Like if you're just like, oh, say no, and just like, oh.
Fourth grade. I was in the fourth grade, and this kid was
Fourth
like,
grade.
he was like, "Hey,
Oh,
I
man.
like you." Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then I was like,
Imagine the blow to that kid's ego.
I know,
Yes,
right?
finally gets up the
Oh,
courage to ask
no.
a girl out.
Like this grade 4 boy is like, I'm gonna ask her out. I'm gonna ask out
I never got the
JC.
courage.
Did you puke on him or just?
No, on his shoes actually, and there was the
Oh.
DC brand too. I
Oh.
was so mad because we're outside, and I didn't expect it to because I'm running around with my friends, and then all of a sudden just get stopped. I'm like, "What's up?" And then they told me they like me, and I just bleh.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and they got so much worse from there. I remember the first time, like this one boy told me he
Oh.
loved me. It was in grade 4, a different kid, and then I ended up beating him up, and it was really bad.
What?
Yeah.
JC, what is why would you what?
JC
Yeah,
just
she has two
JC
moves:
just
puke or it's
Beat them
fight or flight right there, or
Literally,
panic.
JC just-
like,
JC just actually like secretly like just despises men and just
yeah.
this fun you got lucky. She's like, you know what? No, none of them are worth it. Let's just beat them up or puke on them. That'll show them who's who. Like that'll teach him a lesson.
Oh man.
But to be fair, when I beat up that one kid, he wouldn't stop telling me. Like, we were playing video games, and that was my friend. Like, we were
Wait.
homies.
He's telling you he likes you as you're beating him?
Yeah, and he wouldn't stop. I'm like,
I
What?
just like you.
JC, oh man.
Okay,
Like,
can
yeah.
can I just say that maybe the kid is into it? I feel like
oh my god, I hope
Oh, like,
not. That's-
it's like I love
Okay,
it's like
I'm
the thing I
sorry,
love
but
about you is your brute strength. It's like what he's saying.
I'm sorry, but
Oh.
if this kid in grade 4 is already a masochist, then he's got something else going on. Like,
Oh my
Oh,
word.
for sure. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I remember as I was like punching him, he was like, "But I want to marry you," and I was like, "Shut up!"
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. He was like, I want someone who can like make me bleed.
Oh, man.
What
no,
the
but the
f-
funniest
what?
part is that, like,
you
I gave
okay?
him
You gotta
marshmallows.
remember, this is the grade
And his
4
mom
kid we're
was
talking
visiting.
about.
Yeah. He's still
Yeah.
figuring his emotions out.
Exactly, and then I beat him up because
Because you're still trying to figure out your emotions out too. There we go.
exactly right. So I was
Oh.
like, "What is this? Ew." Stop saying it, or I'm gonna, beat you up. I don't know. Well, I did, but still, yes.
Okay,
Oh
so
my goodness.
Chad had a story about
He did.
best
Oh,
first
God.
date before we get
Yeah.
off on the
Yeah.
34
Yeah.
masochist conversation there. Well, let's Chad. What was your best first?
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
it's a Tinder girl, right? So like
Aw.
Oh,
we
no.
it's-
Tinderella.
so that's already no, not even close. So
Okay.
like okay, so
Ugly
like
steps
we
Tinder.
matched on Tinder. You know, we talked for a little bit. I was like, "Hey, you want to grab a drink?" And she's like, "Sure," but you got to pick me up. I'm like,
Alright.
"Okay, easy
So far, so
peasy,
good.
no problem." So
Yeah.
I go to her house, pick her up, and we just kind of get to talking. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I can't drive because I have conditions." And if you guys don't know what that is, it's conditions set up by police, right? So
Okay.
so she legally can't drive for something she did, and I'm like, kind of curious at this point. I'm like, "Oh, what'd you do?"
Oh,
And she
so,
and like literally,
murder.
and this girl's like, "Oh, it was grand theft, theft over 5,000, possession of stolen property, under the
What?
influence, like." And she's like,
Oh
"Oh,
my-
technically, I can't be drinking either." I'm like, "But we're going for drinks." I'm like, "Yeah, that's also another condition I have." And like, it's just like it's not just one little thing. I'm like, so like on top of all this, okay, well, tell the story. Obviously, like I want to know. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh yeah, I know. Like back home, like where she was from. I don't know where she was from." She's like, "I was hanging out with this dude, and we got pulled over, and it
Okay.
turns out the car was stolen, and they were drunk, of course, right? So she gets like the DUI, and then she gets like charged, like criminally
man.
charged with
Wait. Is she telling you all this as you're driving her?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You're like, oh,
I'm
this is gonna go well.
I'm like this like
Oh,
this
don't
girl.
worry, I won't mug you though, because you're special.
Yeah, literally. I'm like,
I
I don't know if this girl was gonna like take like oh go this way, go that way, like and like take me in the back alley to rob me. But like it's just like
Yeah.
I'm like me like a law-abiding citizen. Like I don't think we should be going for drinks at this point. Like I feel like I should just turn around, but I can't be like oh
Yeah, play
like
cool
this
there.
like I gotta be like I already committed to the date, and I'm not gonna I don't want to be the guy that backs out, as soon as I find out you're a piece of shit. But like, it was just like all her baggage like dumped on my lap, like
Yeah.
within minutes. Like first time we
She's
talked,
testing you, man. She's
I'm
testing you.
like, and like it's just like I want to go into a law enforcement career, so it's just like the last person I should be going on a fucking date with. It's oh. It was something else, man. I'm telling you.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah,
Sorry, what-
yeah.
Yeah.
Give us
Oh,
the
okay.
deets. How the follow-up.
Yeah.
What's the fun
Is this
part?
just like a
Like, I was like-
one-time date?
Yeah, so this is definitely one of them days. So it's like I definitely feel like I need to get this date over as fast as possible. So I'm like,
You're like chugging your drink.
I'm like, yeah. So we end up going and getting drinks, and the funniest thing was we saw my buddy there too, right? And like he immediately like is like text me, right? Like just some funny shit. Like, oh, she's probably gonna like steal some shit from your car. Watch out, because like
Oh man.
she looked like the kind of girl to do that shit too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I buy one drink, I buy her a drink, and I'm like, okay, I think it's time to go. I don't want to hang out too late. I got work tomorrow, or some bullshit excuse, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, and
yeah.
she's like, oh, okay. So I drive her home, which wasn't to the same place I picked her up from, which I thought was weird. So I'm just like, I don't know what the
Oh,
fuck's
no.
going on here. I'm pretty sure I'm about to die right now. So I'm like trying not to text and drive or let it see, but I'm like trying to like text my buddy like while driving blindly, and this is like GPS my shit, bro. Like it ended up fine. It ended up fine. Like I dropped her off, like I'm just like, have a good day, and I literally peel out of there as fast as I can. Like I think I don't have ever been on a date shorter than that. Like it
Oh,
was
man.
probably between driving her home and like picking her up, and the date was probably under 45 minutes. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
I'm like, get me out of here, please.
And you're just like,
And then
she
I
can
matched
probably
her.
tell.
I
Yeah.
matched her as soon as I got home. I don't care if she knew. Like,
Yeah, that's on
It's
her,
like-
man. That's on her.
yeah,
I
I was
would've-
like, who the fuck just says that out of the blue too? Like,
Oh man.
I'm like, it was completely unprovoked. So, yeah, that's
Wait.
my
What
first.
if she invited you in? Would you have gone?
Absolutely not. Like I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate. Like,
What if it's like on a bad
Yes,
day? You're just like, you need a woman's touch. Just-
no.
Okay.
Probably
One
she'd
single.
she'd probably steal a kidney or something. I don't know.
Chad has his limits. He knows them.
All right.
Yeah, that was my horror story.
This was supposed to be a good story, I thought.
I mean, it could have gotten worse. I'm just glad
Hey,
something escalated out of
it
it.
definitely
Yeah,
could
yeah.
have,
I'm
but
glad you have both your kidneys. That's good. And you get
My-
mugged or something.
yeah, it was something else. I laugh about it now, but at the time I'm like, what did I get myself into?
And
So
you,
you met this girl on Tinder, you said, sorry?
Yeah,
Is that your go-to? Is Tinder the ultimate source of
I mean, it's the source of most of my stories, but
Oh.
no, I prefer to meet people like naturally for sure. But you can't.
What is naturally?
Well, like not. I mean, casual. So like whether you get connected
My
to
mom
friends.
introduced me to them.
Yeah,
Naturally.
yeah. Like my friend had this really sweet girl. Like no, like I hate online dating. I don't think it's like the best way to like meet a girl and that you want to pursue. But you can't exactly go to the clubs or anything in a pandemic to meet girls either. So
yeah.
This is true. I met my girlfriend in class. I had two classes.
Okay.
I had 2 classes with her, and it took her like 2 months to realize that I was the same guy in both of her classes. She
and
was
then
like,
she just
so
thinks she just thinks she's talking to 2 dudes in different classes and turns it's just you. Like
yeah.
Who
I
are
was
you?
like, wait, I like this guy, but I also like this guy from my other class.
Yeah, she's like fighting internally about it. Like, I don't.
you're just competing. You're just competing with yourself. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
You
is
can
this other
both have
man?
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
man.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
like
then-
for Tinder though, like that's like where I guess like my best first date is.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
actually
that's
really fun.
surprising.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised too. Like I didn't know like there's some such people on Tinder because yeah, first time we met is like there was like zero awkwardness. We like
Yeah,
just
well, give us the deets. Give us the deets. Tell
Like-
us the story.
So what happened is that was okay. So I was on Tinder, but this is actually like the second person I matched with after I got ghosted by the other one before. So yeah, I was like, so like I got ghosted, so like might as well do it again, right?
Yeah.
Then I met this someone, and like I just super liked her because like I don't know for some reason I did, and then oh well she's cute that's why. But yeah, so
Okay, well,
first thing I said to her because like she has cats on her pictures. I'm like, I have 2 hands, you have 2 cats, you gotta say yes. And she like loved that line so much that she's like, we should meet up.
what?
That's a
Yeah.
good line.
Wait, I got. Wait. I'm sorry. How's that go?
I don't know, cause like she has 2 cats, and I was like, I have nothing else to talk about, cause like at Tinder, I got a message first, right? Cause you're the dude.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah,
you have 2 cats, I have 2 hands, so you gotta say yes to this. And she was like, okay. Yeah, so we just.
And then she threw her other cat in your hand, and while she held the other.
Well, no, it's like I told her like I want to pet both of her cats. Like she has 2 cats.
And you're in, just like, okay, all right.
and then you.
All right, come over.
Yeah, she liked it for some reason, but
what?
I like
How's
it.
How does that work? I'm sorry, but like
Tinder is so weird. You get like,
It is.
It is.
like,
Is there like
yeah,
a secret language that people speak that I'm just unaware of?
Okay, so here's my
Yeah, it's
theory
called
right
being
now:
single.
is you make them talk about themselves, and they will like you more.
Oh. Whoa. That's
Yeah.
a
That's
science
that was
your
my
go-to move.
yeah that was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Psychology to it.
Okay.
Wow.
I remember this one girl who has like a Saint Bernard, and I was like, if I kidnap your dog, would you be mad? And then we like talk for hours. I don't know, maybe it works if you have a pet in your Tinder profile and talk about their pets.
Oh,
The
that's
heck?
smart. That's
Man.
smart.
Yeah, apparently they like it
Yeah.
because like they have a chance to talk about themselves. Anyway, I picked her up that day, and then we just like vibed instantly. As soon as she got on the
Nice.
car, like
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never-
it was fun. Like I'm
I
still
never would
like-
post pics of my pets because I have a lizard, and that's like you scare away everyone.
I mean,
They
yes,
think
yeah.
They think you're a weird lizard person, and I'm. There's like 0% chance you matches.
Oh, by the way, she might listen to this as well. I gotta say that yeah, we're dating for like a month and a half now, so
Oh, hey, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's fun.
Right on.
Oh, this is the
Congrats,
Saint
man.
Bernard girl?
No, not
It's the
even
cat's
the
girl.
cat's
Oh
girl.
no, it's the cat's girl. Oh no.
Good on her.
No, it's good. I liked her.
Hi, Cats girl.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Saint Bernard girl.
Well, I have no connection with Saint Bernard girl anymore. So.
Okay, good. Well, sorry.
Well, she still might be listening. You never know.
Yeah.
So
You're
could
right,
the
you're right.
So could my
We love a cat
kleptomaniac.
girl.
I doubt it, because she's probably in jail. But
Oh, hi, auto theft girl.
It's Grand Theft Auto.
Grand
Girl.
Theft Auto girl.
Yeah. Because it was like
GTA.
$5,000. How you doing, Chad? Though, how you doing? Okay, you doing okay, Chad?
Yeah.
just lonely as hearing these stories. But
Aw.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I love my life.
man.
I think that's the thing about dating is it's tough.
It is.
Yeah, things
mean-
happen.
Oh man, I'm just here to have a good time. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we gotta be.
I got no qualms against being single. So
You're listening to the Loneliest City Podcast, and if you have any requests on topics for us to discuss and cover, feel free to let us know with a comment. And now have a quick listen to Nice Guy. We hope you enjoy it.
midnight. What you doing? Are you thinking about me like I'm thinking about you? Do you wanna see the sunrise? Meet me outside and take me to your paradise. Oh, there's something about the way you make me feel. Yeah, I know you ain't like them other boys. This is real. Hush now, don't need no saying how much you want me, baby. Oh, there's something about the way you. There's something about the way you and me alone. I keep picturing what you do to me if I let you come through. I don't wanna sleep on my own. Come over instead of talking on the telephone. Oh, there's something about the way you make me feel. Yeah, I know you ain't like them other boys. This is real. Hush now, don't need no saying how much you want me, baby. Oh, there's something about the way you. There's something about the way, baby. Hush now, don't need no saying how much you want me, baby. Oh, there's something about the way you. There's something
Hey guys,
about
welcome
the
back.
way.
So for this section, we wanted to talk Tinder experiences because I think I had the track first little section here. I know Chad had a story to share with you. I know Tinder can be an absolute mess. So Chad, tell us about your Tinder experience.
this one's
Yeah,
a mess,
Jed.
all right. So I was on Tinder and I matched with this girl. We started talking. We talked for a little bit. We kind of got to know each other a little bit.
Okay.
Got comfortable with each other, and
Yeah.
I asked her out. So
Oh.
we end up
Love story.
Straight up man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I go to pick her up at her place, right? And
Yeah.
she lives in a farm. I knew she was a horse girl before, so
Okay.
I was
It's
like, but
like Spruce Grove Farm or like
What are you
it was
driving
just-
like 3 hours?
I don't. No, it was 30 minutes. It was out in Leduc County.
okay.
Oh,
Whatever.
Still.
Did you drive a pickup
it wasn't
truck
even.
there?
It wasn't. It wasn't even that far. Actually, I did.
You did.
So I knew she was a horse girl from her Tinder picture. So I'm like, it's kind of hesitant. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's Tinder. I'm on there for a reason. So
Yeah.
I go out there, I pick her up, and she legitimately puts me to work. I'm talking I'm hailing, I'm hauling horse feed from one part to another part to the barn.
Yeah.
I'm dressed up nice, right? You gotta dress nice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta
Free
impress the
labor, man.
ladies, right?
Her dad must just love this. She's having
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's just
labor.
You're gonna marry this boy?
that's a good man right there.
Bring more of that around
He's
here.
a straw in his
But,
mouth.
and
You
this
need more boys.
this shit wasn't light. So, but I gotta be a macho man. I gotta impress this girl. So I'm throwing
yeah.
2 bags over my shoulders. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
so I'm like,
yeah.
you know, hauling it in. I'm like,
Leak it
I'm
out
like,
of your dress shirt.
So like we drop it off. I'm like, it was only like 10 minutes of work, but I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? What happened? Like, I didn't expect this. And so like we end up going and getting food. Right, we go back to her place, and you know, we eat it. You know, one thing leads to another, and you know, we finished the night. Right, it was a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
That reverse farm girl that you wanted.
Nay.
Tinder's Tinder. You know,
was this in the barn or?
No, I didn't take it that far. Like, I don't want her horses watching because I thought that might have been weird. You know, they're bigger than me. Like, I would have been insecure.
Who wouldn't be though? Who wouldn't be?
So either way, like,
Confidence
we
is
finish
key.
the night,
Yeah.
I leave, right, and then like the next day, like I kind of start feeling a little tickle in my throat.
Oh,
So
no.
you know,
Ooh.
like I clear my throat and like, oh, it's
Wait, was this during COVID?
This was during the pandemic.
Oh.
Like,
Oh no!
so
Oh, man.
like hindsight's 2020. I shouldn't have done it, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you're like a guy's on Tinder at 10 o'clock for a reason. So whatever.
Yeah.
So
This girl
So
put
I
you
feel-
to work and then gave you COVID.
that's the thing.
Your payment
Like,
for the lawyer paper.
That's exactly it, right? You know, I wasn't sure what it was, but you know, it being a pandemic, I was like, holy fuck, this girl actually gave me COVID. So like,
Oh.
like I was like,
Yeah.
at first I was like, oh, it's just a tickle, I'll get over it, right? You know.
Yeah.
But within like 48 hours, I'm like, I can't talk, I can't swallow, like it hurts to breathe. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh my
It's
god,
like-
those are symptoms
This
too.
was not worth it
Yeah.
at all, right? This was
Yeah.
not worth it at all. And so
Yeah.
what happens is like, so I take time off work, I go to the doctors, you know, and I'm thinking
Oh,
like, you know,
man.
I thought it was strep throat because it felt like strep throat, but I'm like, I gotta go
Yeah.
get tested anyway. So it's not strep, it's not COVID. I test negative for that, and so like I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck? So I go to the hospital and they're like, they do their doctor things. I don't know what they do. They they shove things down my throat. And it's uncomfortable, but like, so it's
Yeah.
like apparently it's like a really really bad throat infection. So like, well, we got to get you in some medication. But I'm like, because I can't swallow anything, like we're going to give you IV. So I'm on like the strongest antibiotics, the strongest
Yeah.
pain
What was
medication.
this girl like?
Like
Was
I'm
she
talking
like eating off the ground?
I don't know, man. Like I'm in
baby birding her horses.
Eating the hay.
Making out with the horses.
I don't know what she was doing, man. Like again, like these farm girls, man. These stories are true. Like they're weird, they're crazy. Like
Stay
Like, it's
away
Got the whole
from farm
neighborhood in that
girls.
mouth.
it's like I'm talking like I'm in the hospital 3 times a day getting IV to like fix
Oh
this
my
shit.
Oh.
And then it's
Oh.
like it took like 7 days, and like I lost 10 pounds because of this shit. Like
Well, that's probably. Like, I could live with losing 10 pounds.
yeah, but like I'm a skinny enough dude as it is. Like
Okay, yeah.
so it's just like all this just for a little bit of some, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's
very little payback. Yeah.
so it was definitely not worth it. I mean, at the time I was like, you know, this was fun, and then like 7 days later, I'm like, absolutely not, and like,
Yeah.
oh, worst story ever, man. Like it's literally, I don't know what the fuck happened or what this girl was doing, but I'm almost positive she's the one that gave it to me. So
Yeah.
Me at least.
So-
She's gonna give you something else.
that's
that
true. That's true.
Like a
I'd
cold
rather
sore.
I'd rather go home with, you know, a tickle in my throat than, you know, a scratch somewhere else. So
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
poetic. Yeah.
And with that, let's go back to Tinder. Have you guys ever been catfished?
I've been called a catfish.
Wow.
Wow.
What's the definition?
Kinda mean, bro.
For
Oh
listeners.
yeah, but like I need a solid definition.
Yeah. Okay, so catfishing, like if somebody is posting pictures that just completely is not them,
Okay.
or if somebody is like posting pictures like you know, like me in grade 12 when I had abs, posting pictures on Tinder like that, and then I'm like,
And okay, so does it also count?
Boy,
if it's
I'm not
you,
looking
but
like
heavily
that.
edited? Like, does that count too?
Yeah.
Okay.
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 I got catfished once. Like, not-
Okay.
so I wouldn't say like not like completely different pictures, but like she was sending me sneaky pics. You know, like I got the side of the face. I got,
So like false advertising.
Like hiding something.
Yeah.
and I thought. So
she does the typical Snapchats, like I'm like cute but not as cute as you think I am.
yeah, and like I have like a garbage camera, so like I didn't want
Like a
posting
filter.
pictures that I took with my I took it with my calculator. Like Android people out there. Yeah, so like I'm not like I'm not a shallow person. Like, if the goods are as advertised, good to go. I don't even care. I wouldn't have even cared. But it was just I walked in and I was, is this even the same person? Like, is this a date? Like, get on this
that bad? Wow.
date. And I'm like, oh my, is this like, are you sure you're who I'm supposed to be meeting? I didn't say this, but it was like, okay, this is obviously not what I
Yeah.
I gotta go. And I'm like trying to think of something, and you're like texting your buddy, like, call me out with a disaster. And I'm like, no, you know what? I think I forgot my wallet in my car, and then just like, gone. That was probably the worst thing I've ever done to anyone, but I feel like it's kind of fair.
How did you just kind of be like break the news and be like, I got to get out of here, or did you?
No, I just flew the coop on that one.
Yeah.
Like,
no, Jesus.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
It was that bad of a catfish, eh?
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
If you're listening, I'm so sorry for what I did. but
okay,
This is your fault.
Yeah. How did you recognize her too? Because if she looks that different. I
walked in and like she was waving at me, like she knew.
Oh, okay.
And it just sunk in like as you saw.
Yeah, and the whole plan was that like she was having a couple friends over, and then so she met me on White Ave, and then she was like, okay, well just pick me up, and then we'll have one drink, and then we go back to my place and hang out with my friends. And I was just like,
she's a predator. She's like hunting.
Well, no, she was like the same age as me.
Yeah, but the thing is,
blood.
Okay, think about this though. What if she had hot friends?
You're right. Yes, what if that was a test, man?
So I gotta tell you guys the full story then, I guess. I went back to her with her. I went back to her.
Okay.
So I know she didn't have hot friends.
Yeah.
And she actually only had one friend. And then I was like, ooh, I gotta go. And then I flew the
Okay.
She texted me like
I'm sorry, was your friend gonna watch or something? What was the purpose of the friend?
Well, I think the friend was like just in case I was.
Oh, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, in case I was the catfish.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they were worried about.
And I'm like, yeah, that one was pretty rough. She texted me so many times, and I was just like, I don't even know how to respond and be like. She was like, first off, I think she was worried at first. She was like, oh, did he like die? Did he kidnapped or something? And I was like,
making me feel worse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know now.
Oh.
So I just left it. I just did the shitty person thing. And...
Yeah. Thing is, this is why I find like it's better to meet people like at the bars. Like you can't get catfished in person. I mean, to be fair, you can in like the dark club lighting.
Yeah.
But like not as bad as
dark in there.
Not as bad as that. Like so much so that it's.
Okay.
I mean,
you say that, but like, is the bar really the optimal place to meet somebody? Because like,
I guess it's kind of better.
No, the optimal place to meet a lady is in church. Okay.
Is it?
Exactly.
I'm not religious.
Neither am I, but you know.
Oh, Chad, buddy, we gotta get you to a church.
Yeah.
No,
look at these two dudes here, just saying.
I've been banned from most.
Two broads.
You know what? I think we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, let's talk about the bar scene, because there is no way that we can let this go without talking about the logistics of meeting people at the bar. So
yeah.
Let's take a quick break here.
Take a listen to "O Tons Vinay to Carry" by Luis Santos. Check it out.
Stop the angel never fades. Chained down to future days.
welcome back. And, in this section, I think we're talk about the bar scene because
All right.
it is a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, the bars. Oh, the bars.
Beans.
So I've worked as a bartender
Wow.
for a
Oh,
couple
really?
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Can you do like
usually
cup
do.
flips?
I can do a little bit.
Wow.
So I've worked at 3 places in the last 2.5 years to be played. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
3
It's a
different
little
bars.
short, but
Well,
Alright.
one place closed and the other place COVID hit,
okay.
and one place I worked
Oh.
at. So I worked at
Okay.
I won't say the
okay.
name of it, but I worked at the Canadian pub. The big
Oh, I wonder what that is.
big Canadian sports bar for a long time. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Really crazy there. That place was
Okay.
absolutely nuts. And then I worked at a little bit of a higher end place that ended up closing. And then I worked at another like not Earl's or Joey's, but something along those kind of lines in like a more
Yeah.
fancy place.
Yeah.
But that shut down for COVID, and they reopened without me. So
Yeah.
they only brought back a couple. They brought back 3 or 4.
Yeah, my place didn't call me back, so yeah, it's a common situation for a lot of us.
Yeah, I talked to them about it. They were like, "We are bringing back 2 bartenders because that's all we really can afford." I was like, "Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough."
it's hard right now. It's slow everywhere.
It is.
But I don't think the bar is a good place to meet women at all. I've seen so many dates. I like, especially at the sports bar. I would see plenty of people that thought, oh, we'll go for casual first date there, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have like people like being like, "Yo, get me here," while their day was in the bathroom. And it's just like I don't know. I always recommend people sit at the bar first date.
Yeah.
That's like my
Yeah.
go-to.
Okay.
Is if you like, I wouldn't go to a club ever.
Yeah.
But, like,
How are you
if you're
supposed to
going
talk at a club?
Yeah.
it's more of
It's
like
like yelling like romantically in each other's ears. I don't
feel
know.
like it's so show-offy too, right? Like clubs are like you got to be into at the club. You got to be dropping bills. You got to be like dancing. It's like that's like a show-off first day. I don't know.
Been to a club, so I don't really know, but like that sounds accurate from what I've seen on TV.
Did you ever go to like a club on the first day, Chad? Our resident bar star, Chad.
Yeah. I've gone out to like the bar, like sort of like a pub or like a fancy restaurant, and like sat at a table for first dates. But I've never like gone to like Funky Buddha or like the Ranch on a first date.
The Funky Buddha closed.
I know. I'm so sad.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
yeah.
That was one of my favorite spots to go.
It was a good one.
But no, like I've done what you said. Like I've gone and gotten a drink at like the bar with a first date, and they're not so bad. I agree, but like I kind of agree with you. Like it's not the best like place. Like I'm not gonna go to like Earl's Steakhouse and start hitting on some of the girls. Like that's not where you meet girls.
Yeah.
But, like,
This is true.
If I'm at like Beercade or something, like it's kind of what you do. Like you dance, you start talking to girls.
Yeah.
Okay,
But, like,
that's fair. That's fair.
Even
What about like a sports bra? Wait, bar?
I don't know. Like I'm only gonna go.
Sports what?
Did you say sports bra?
Yeah.
I know if I'm getting to the sports bra stage, I don't think I have to worry about first dates. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That
So
was easy.
Yeah. If you're already at the sports bra, you're doing well.
Yeah, exactly. After a
No,
soccer
okay.
match.
Sports bars. People try to pick up people at sports all the time, and like you'd be sitting like the
Okay.
The sports bar that I worked at had a very large like, called the wood, right? The bar room, right? So everybody sits
Okay.
around it, and people would be like, "Hey, can you give that girl a drink on me?" It's the creepiest, like.
Ew.
It is like
Oh.
the worst way.
Yeah.
They're always like, tell them thank you, but I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And you have
That's
to
the
tell
thing.
that to him?
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one thing I've learned is never buy a girl a drink.
Yeah.
Like it's just not the way to hit on a girl.
Isn't there a
No.
song that says to do that? But never mind. Don't listen to that song, I guess.
million.
Yeah.
Don't listen to popular media.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but like,
Funny.
I agree. Like, it's not a bad first date to take them to like a restaurant and sit at the bar and have a drink and like some appetizers or something. But I wouldn't be going there to pick up women. Hell,
Yeah.
it's a shitty way to pick up women even at like an actual
is.
club.
Yeah.
Like, it's dark, it's smelly, everybody's drunk. Like,
Yeah,
it's
your
not
guard's
exactly
up
the
too.
ideal place to
Like the
Mhm.
find a
yeah,
girlfriend. But I don't know,
or
like,
like
because like you've served at, or so you've bartended at like, you know, a popular spot with like lots of people. You kind of get the best of both worlds. Like, what do you think about like seeing it from both perspectives, right? Because
Okay, I would say first dates. A lot of the time, if you don't have something in common off the bat, it can be super awkward. So I always like when I see people go and they sit at a table together for the first date, it is like one of the most. It's just difficult because you don't have like, anything to build off of. So I do like it when people sit at the bar because I think like I at least give you a fighting chance 9 times of.
yeah.
Somebody just dropped their mic.
yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't know. Somebody just.
We'll
that's-
cut. Okay, we'll cut this section out and just start again from the beginning there.
It's on separate audio lines, dude. I could just cut myself.
okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. All right, this is all going out.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll just go.
Okay.
We'll go back. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's like sitting at the bar is always good first date. You are going to go to a restaurant, but like, because at least then you can bounce off a bartender, you know,
Right.
joke, and I will always laugh at you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or something, I will
Hey.
I will laugh at your joke. I will.
oh, you're so flirty.
Will you have
Like
like,
a wingman then.
You will
Yeah.
hype that man up.
Oh
will you
yeah,
have like
yeah,
a towel on
100%.
your
Solid chat.
shoulder? And then,
Yeah,
you
no.
know, do the cup wiping. Ha ha ha. I don't know.
Yeah, because you got it. You gotta help.
Yeah, you gotta throw a
Boys.
couple ha ha's.
Yeah, no. But you guys would not believe how many days like in the bed. Like, oh,
Oh.
man.
and I come by and like
Mhm.
just spill some water or something, just as a,
Like, oops.
just something, yeah, like just something, because it's just like they're just sitting there just staring at me. And I'm like,
Oh no.
Clutching
Why
glasses.
can't they look at each other?
Yeah.
They-
Staring at you.
Yeah.
Like you better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like they actually like you better than their actual date.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
man.
This is rough. And if you're listening, please shut this off.
Yeah.
But like before we started dating, you would not believe how many times people would come in on a date, wait for their date to pay, and then leave me a number.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I would say really common,
Wow.
and like not even like
Mhm.
not even hyping myself up. Any other bartender
Yeah.
has
I
this.
should be a bartender then, man.
Is guys
Yeah, no, same here.
guys have an awkward or just perform horribly on a first date, and
It's hard, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
but like,
well,
yeah, it is.
it's hard
It
to
is.
keep with a stud like you, man.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, it is not. I can
do
promise.
that too. Like
It is not.
sometimes I cannot sleep thinking
That's
that
actually
you
what
would
I was
swoop
actually
in.
going to ask you. Like, do you guys have any stories about being hit on at the bar or at the club or anything? That's like
Actually,
is
I
like
have one.
super extra.
I have one, but it was
All
like the
right.
one and only time I went to the bar for the very first time, and I was there with my friends, and I don't know, I was 18, 19 when I went, and
Okay.
there was this dude in his 40s or 50s, and
Oh.
man, it was gross.
no,
And you know, I'm sitting
no.
there, and you know, we're having a fun time, and then he comes up to me once and he goes, "Hey, I like your hat." And I'm wearing just like a baseball cap. It has a letter A on it. It's red. Yeah, and then I was like, "Thanks,
Yeah.
man." And I turned back to my friends and he leaves. So I was like, "Okay." Yeah. And then next thing you know, he comes back and he said, "I mean," and it was about 15 minutes later. He's like, I really
15,
like."
okay.
Yeah, 15 minutes later, it was a while. He comes back, yeah, and he's like, "I mean, you look really nice in that hat." And I'm like,
What the heck?
"Do you want my hat?"
They ask
I,
to smell.
I
Like,
think
they ask if you can smell it though.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to.
Ew.
Yeah,
I was kidding.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. This is a full-grown man in his 40s,
Yeah,
and this is
yeah.
his go-to pickup line.
Yeah.
JC,
like
I
that.
really like your
I hate to
hat.
break it to you, but I think you
Yeah.
wanted a little bit more than just your hat.
Oh no, please
Maybe only
no.
that. Maybe you
No,
wanted to see.
if you just
Yeah,
want to
maybe he
sniff the
really
hat,
wanted
that's
my-
it. It's like, hey, baby
What the
girl, you're looking cute. Let me
Well,
sniff
we
your
don't
hat.
know
or
that. Maybe
something.
he just really wanted my hat. I don't know. But yeah, no,
Did
I
you
think that
give
was
it
the
to him?
only time. No, I didn't, because that was my favorite hat. I still
He's
have it.
simping for JC. Simping for Smart.
Wait, who's simping for who?
One of my first
Wait.
tips.
What
Add my
if he
collection
came
of
back
Sims.
wearing that same hat as you?
Yeah, it's like, hey, baby girl, you want to switch hats?
What is switch? It's like, ew, I don't want lice.
Or wait,
Go away.
what if like he offered you to buy a new one for the one you have?
I don't know, but then that would mean he would have to contact me at a later time, and no, I just
And
want
that
my
was
hat.
never gonna happen.
No,
And that was not gonna happen.
no, like would you say yes to that? Like, hey, I want your hat. Let me buy a new one, the same type of hat that you have right now. Just
No,
give
I
me the
just
one
leave.
you're wearing.
What if you see
Ew.
an ad on Craigslist? There's like a guy asking for used hats from women. That's just
Oh,
But
but-
how much are they paid?
Just-
That's the question.
You should have. Thing is, here's what you do next time. You negotiate. Be like, hey, I'll give
Yeah.
you my hat for $200.
Yeah.
$200. Yeah, start at 200.
starting.
Yeah, we start there.
And
yeah,
if this dude is a real creep, he'll definitely give you $200, and then
Okay,
buy all your
yeah.
friends round,
Yeah.
and then give Sean a great tip.
That's smart.
Just
Yeah,
takes your
there
hat,
you go.
disappears in the bathroom. Comes
Yeah.
back 20
Oh,
minutes later.
God.
Oh my god! I thought you were just like because he's fixing his hair, but no. Okay, yeah,
No.
got it.
So you're gonna make a
Wait.
business out of it,
Is that the
man.
most aggressive?
Yeah.
Onlyhats.com.
Because- Hey,
Dang.
Chad, you ever been like aggressively hit on by somebody at the bar?
I not at a bar, but I've been aggressively hit on before. But that was like, I don't know, that was a while ago, and no, but not at a bar. I think that was probably the closest for me.
I had a lady once, like this group of moms came in for, I think it was a baby shower.
Oh God,
Wasted.
some milfs.
No, it was not
Oh,
good.
man.
It was not that kind of mom.
Oh
It was
no.
the bad kind of mom.
Yeah.
They got drunk, and I was like wiping, they had spilled like some ice around them, and I was just kind of wiping around them, and one of them just like grabbed me and just kissed
Oh.
my cheek, like grabbed my face, and was
Ah.
like, and then went for the neck, and I was like, whoop, gotta get out of here,
God.
gotta back up.
Excuse
Take
me.
it in.
Yeah.
And like, I would say,
Dude.
like bartenders in general get this. I'm sure female bartenders get it way worse. But I was like,
Oh, yeah.
did I just get harassed?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's sexual harassment.
You
Yeah.
ever get the aggressive hit on?
I don't know. I have
I'm a-
never been.
I'm a dude.
Really?
I
Yeah.
don't get hit on.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Wait, you?
So
So
do
it
you?
can't be reversed?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I guess so.
I mean, I'm sure it can be, but I've never been like,
Mhm.
or at least I'm sure I have, but I'm too stupid to pick up the hints.
Yeah.
What?
I've been aggressively sold to. You know. You know, they're just
Like-
really. They're like. It's always a pyramid scheme too.
Okay.
Oh
Well, okay.
no.
Worse.
From
Yeah.
the same perspective, like I've had like girls come in our friend group that like none of us are interested in. You know how like on the dance floor,
Okay.
like everybody has that shin move. They kind of just like back up into like the your
shimmy.
friends group
The
circle,
shimmy
like
way.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Like
and we're
beep.
like, and this is like this one girl, like I don't even know if she's saying on me or like my buddies or who it was, but like she would not quit it. And we kept doing the thing where we kind of like did like
Oh.
the hip toss and they kind of like get her out of the way because we
Okay,
didn't want to
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
And she kept
Oh.
coming,
Oh
Bad.
no.
and it was just like it was like the weirdest thing. And we're eventually just like all looking at each other, giving us like the wide-eyed look, like we
Yeah.
don't want to be like a dick and like shove her because if it was a dude, you just kind of just give an elbow.
Yeah.
But, like-
Yeah.
With like a girl, like, and I don't know if she's doing it on purpose because
Oh.
this girl seemed pretty drunk. We're just like, fuck this, we're out, and we all just went and
Yeah.
we end up getting the drink, and it's just like we see her at the cross the bar, like as we're
Oh,
waiting
man.
to get served, and it's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this girl? And it's like it wouldn't end, but it's just like we think we eventually lost her because I don't think we saw her the rest of the night.
Wait,
It's
she's
just like-
following you?
I don't know.
Just
Like,
straight stalking. Do you guys ever do the thing where like your girlfriends at the
I don't
bike
stalk
club
people.
where they're dancing and like some guy's trying to like grind on them all night, and, you're, like-
Oh.
and then you just
Oh,
like have
man.
to slip in between them.
Oh.
Uh,
man.
Yeah.
Literally
I
all
remember-
the time.
Oh, that's-
Yeah.
There's like
So
this.
funny.
I have three. Well, my girlfriend and then two female roommates, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
Like we go to the bar and all the time they creep alert, and I'm like, I have the best solution.
That
I just grind up in between them, and I just like until the guy gets so pissed. I'm like, what are you gonna do, man? You're grinding on me, you creep.
Like I've done that too, like with female friends and stuff. I just kind of slip in there.
Oh man.
Or like if I'm like vibing with a girl, I've done the same thing. I'm just
Yeah.
just like, yeah, like dudes get like unbelievably mad. I'm like, dude, like she's obviously not into it. Like just fucking give
Yeah.
up. Like
Yeah.
like I'm like
That-
I'm a skinny
Man.
guy, but like dudes like try to square up with me when I do. I'm like, do you really want to fight the smallest guy in the bar? Like how tough are
Yeah.
you gonna look?
That's
like
smart. That's so smart.
you're
actually.
you're
That's
definitely
funny.
going to impress that girl now, right? Like
Yeah.
what are you like?
Have you ever been in a bar fight?
Oh man.
Oh
a
yeah,
bar
tons.
fight. I
Tons?
What?
what?
Yeah, I
You've been
don't-
in bar fights? Wait, hold up.
Yeah, let's
Let's
smallest guy
listen.
in the bar fight. Now I'm in.
Yeah, there we
Jason,
go.
you've been in a bar fight too?
What? I've never been in a bar fight. Where did that come
Well,
from?
That's exactly right. Like
Surprise! She like punched a poor guy.
I think it's okay.
I feel great for it too. So.
Yeah.
I don't even be surprised, like if she like go ham on someone because of
Yeah.
that story earlier.
Can I buy you a drink? Oh, bam!
We're back.
Oh, bam, yeah.
Hello.
Just
I
stuck
like
up
where
on
this is
the-
going.
Puke on
Yeah.
him. Puke on him.
Yeah, you guys like get very aggressive. I think I've only ever gotten aggressive with one dude before when they're like, aggressively trying to hit on me, but that was at a beer garden, so I don't think that counts. But yeah, no, I was like, hey,
Beer garden?
it was at a beer gardens, yeah, and my cousin was drinking, and I didn't really want to drink, so I was just kind of sitting there with my apple juice. I ordered apple juice, by the way, so that was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
was at a rodeo, but yeah. And the dude, like, he came up, he's talking to my cousin, and then he wouldn't stop staring at me. And I'm pretty
Oh.
dumb when it comes to signs, but he wouldn't stop, and he kept trying to talk to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm just, don't mind me, I'm texting my boyfriend, who I love very much, and I just, every third sentence, I was like, I
Planning
have
to
a
marry you, your high
boyfriend.
school
Like,
sweetheart.
do not talk to me. I am off limits.
Oh,
You're
man.
gross.
Your
Ew.
names are
And-
so much less fun than that
Yeah.
would make them sound.
yeah. Yeah, they're not.
that. It's because it feels like you're drinking in public, and it feels kind of.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know.
I love beer gardens. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Do you
man.
just like aggressively
That'd be
stare at
the worst
girls
place
there
to
too?
drink.
Like,
Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
have you guys ever been
I'd
to
rather
like?
drink in the library.
So at the Edmonton Public Zoo, they have
Yeah.
like every year they have like a craft. Like all these local Alberta breweries will come in and
Oh,
sell their
At the
beers,
zoo?
and it is literally the funnest thing. Imagine getting drunk and then
With the
seeing all the
monkeys?
zoo animals. Like
oh
it
my
is
gosh,
shit.
so much fun.
Also,
Hey, that's
we
pretty
went on a
lit.
zoo date.
that is zoo date.
Let's go get drunk at the zoo.
No,
Hey, girl, let's go to the zoo.
I just to be fair,
Let's drink with a gorilla.
to be fair, any excuse to drink is fine enough for me. So like,
Okay,
But that's
we
just
just
me.
skimmed
Okay.
over the fact that was like, oh yeah, I've been plenty of bars. We just moved on.
Yeah, we just skipped over that.
We just
Yeah.
skipped over
Okay.
that. Sorry,
Yeah. What the
Okay.
hell?
Oh,
So-
sorry.
like
Hey
Guys,
guys,
Yeah.
I'm saying-
stop playing off.
I'm gonna edit all that out.
at
gotta
this
edit-
point,
What
Yeah.
the
Oh,
hell?
whoops.
Yeah,
at
what
this
the hell,
point, I
Jack?
don't give a shit. So
Okay.
it's far too
Yeah,
late.
Are we gonna? Should we address this?
Yeah.
Are we
Okay,
all
sure.
planning on using
What?
this
No, no,
season?
it's just go, just go. It's okay. Just go.
Yeah,
So
just
Don't worry.
okay, I'll tell the story. Like, so like again, I'm not the biggest guy, right? So, but like, and in my experience, like I've noticed like when guys get angry at the bars, like they don't want to fight the big beefy dude that they can get their ass kicked by.
Yeah.
They'll fucking come and fight my skinny ass. But like, I'm not like
Okay.
I'm not as like I'm not scared of these guys, right? Like through like work experience and sports I play. Like, I know how to handle myself, and I'm not trying to bring in, but like so like these guys will see me not back down, and they'll be like, "Well, f- you, I'll go find somebody else I can take,"
Yeah.
or like they'll be like, because like through my work, like I've learned to like deal with hostile people, so I'll just like
Yeah.
in my drunken stupor, and they're even more drunken stupor. I'll talk about it. I'll be like,
That's
basically,
so
I'm like,
funny.
oh, I'll meet you outside. Give me a second, finish my beer,
I'll
buddy.
buy a drink.
I'll tap him on the back and be like, I'll see you out there, champ. And then I'll just turn around and walk away.
Call him champ. That's a good way to get it.
Get right into the
Get
daddy
it.
issues right there.
But like, so there's like, I think I've been in like I've been squared up with a lot, but I think I've been in 2 actual physical fights, and it
Oh,
was like
oh, man.
there was one where fists were actually thrown,
Whoa.
and
Wow.
like bouncers broke it up before like anybody like won.
Bouncers
Yeah.
broke it up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait,
it's
okay,
'cause
was
it
this at the barn bar in Edmonton? Or just at the
Yes,
the
yes, it
farm?
was. This
Okay.
is where both of them were.
At the
Of
zoo.
course.
Yikes.
They were. They
Did
were
the
I'm not
both.
zookeeper coming to break it up?
The gorilla's
Are you fighting a gorilla?
No, so like because it like happened like on the dance floor, like they're gonna come and break it up.
Hey.
So that was the
You guys
first
fought
one.
on the dance floor?
Well,
You
well,
man life?
well, no, actually, like my friends apparently backed me up, and like I didn't get any issues with it, so I
Okay.
didn't say anything about it. But basically, they, you know, so that happened the first time. You know, a few shots in, nothing happened, and then the second one
Yeah.
was the same place. I guess like I think it was like a fucking Wednesday or something, and like it was right
On
at
a Wednesday.
So
Yeah.
it was like
No,
it was
Barn
the last-
Wednesday used to be so.
it was the last week of school, and
Yeah.
so like me and all my mates are out and about, and like, oh sorry, no,
Alright.
this was a different story. This is a different thing, but like, sorry, well, I was out for my brother's birthday, and this guy comes up to the table, and he's like aggressively hitting on my friend, like
Oh, man.
like aggressively, and so like it was. And it was basically just like some inappropriate touching and
Ew.
like
Oh,
is
that's
this-
not
Yeah.
and so like I
no.
get up, I'm like, you better off before like
Ooh.
this goes somewhere it doesn't want to. And then all his buddies come over, like, whoa, why you got a problem with it?
Oh, his buddy?
Oh, whoa.
Like, why are they
and
justifying
so, like,
this?
So
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh.
but thing is just like, so like I'm not homophobic, but this dude was gay, right? And he's basically saying like.
Oh.
Okay,
He was hitting on my
okay.
male friend, and like he grabbed my male
Oh, I
friend's
thought it was
junk.
your female
Oh.
friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter.
Oh,
like
man.
No, but still
Yeah,
wrong.
it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
Still not cool.
It's still not
Still
cool,
not,
man.
yeah.
And so basically, me and this guy are like basically like, you know, defending. He's defending himself, and I'm like trying to like back him up, and like it was like a bit of a shoving match, and the guy throws a punch, and like I throw a punch, and it's just like that was it. But it's just like
Suddenly a hate crime.
it was like yeah, exactly. It was like oh, you
Oh,
like all his friends
Man.
come over, and it's like you're fucking beefing with him just because he's gay. I'm like no, we're beefing with him because he grabbed my friend's dick. Like.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's
That's
like
sexual
it's not cool,
harassment.
man.
Not
like,
cool,
if-
man. Not cool.
No.
Like-
not cool.
And
You
he's
don't
like,
do that.
like,
Yeah.
and my buddy's girlfriend was with him, and it's just
Yeah.
like, he's like, oh,
Yeah,
you
that's not
know,
cool, man.
he's like,
What a weird.
this dude is like talking to my friend's girlfriend. He's like, oh, he's gonna leave you when he realizes he's gay in a year, and you're gonna be heartbroken. I'm like,
What the fuck?
Hit him up for that.
That's
You know, if
messed
someone
up,
said
man.
that
That
to
is
my
messed
boyfriend,
up.
I'd
Shit,
be like,
like-
okay, no, we're going. Yeah.
Like who
but
says
yeah,
that?
like,
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I don't
That's
like to
messed
get in
up,
physical
actually.
What a
altercations.
drunk idiot, man.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Like
Mhm.
I don't like to get in physical altercations, right? Like
Right.
if I can get out
Yeah.
of it, like without that, that's the obvious goal, right? So like.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's
No.
the best way out. You can't.
So I've like literally like so it's called verbal judo, and I've used it in work, and I've
Yeah.
used it in like situations like this. It's like you basically like psychoanalyze them, kind of like and de-escalate them, and it's just like without
Oh.
them realizing it. And they're like,
Whoa.
so like that's what I'll do. Like I'll meet you outside in 5 minutes. Let me finish my drink, and most guys will be like, oh, finish your drink. That seems reasonable, and they'll walk away. And then I just turn around and walk away, and then I never see them again, and they forget about it because these guys are so drunk, and it's just like, because like.
Yeah.
Again, like I know my limits. I
Yeah.
know I'll get my ass kicked with some of these guys that try to like beef me. So it's like
All right. Yeah.
I'll
I
just
got
talk them out of it.
picked at that particular establishment.
Oh boy. I think everybody I know has a story from that establishment.
Oh yeah. Well, you know,
What's the
I
name of
think
that place?
the bar, the barn, I think is
Well,
called.
yes,
Um,
we
The
call it
bar barn?
The barn.
We do not
It's,
stand.
It's no
It's-
longer
it's,
open.
It's no longer
No.
a business. I guess we.
Okay.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Everybody's got a ranch story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I do
okay.
not because we do not stand.
For anybody
So,
who didn't get that one. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I showed up there. So it was I had my 18th birthday, and then my best friend had his 18th birthday about 2 weeks later. So we went out for his 18th birthday, and
Right.
I got in I was dancing with this girl. He came at me with a bottle. My fault, I guess. I don't know. She does. Yeah, I came out with a bottle. My buddy like saw this happen, grabbed him, and then he threw a punch at me. I threw a punch at him. He started bleeding just out of his nose, and he's wearing a white shirt, so it was like super obvious. I'm like, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here before like a bouncer sees this, or like somebody sees this, and we get banned for life when we just turned 18. So I run outside, and he's like, I'm gonna round up the boys. We'll meet you outside in a second. And
the boys.
Round up the boys. Yeah. So while he took like 20 minutes to round up the boys while I'm waiting outside. Yeah. And I'm standing in the parking lot, and I see this guy come outside, like blood covering his white shirt with like 4 dudes. And he just points at me, and I'm like, oh no. This is how
look what he did.
I would book it.
Yeah, and so no, because that's so like that's what most people would do. But then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, if I run and I like the ranch
like
is
a
not close to anything, right?
Right.
So like if you start running, they're gonna find me in an alley or something, and I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? The best place to fight is like right here in front of the bouncers.
Yeah. Okay.
And
logical, yeah.
I should have ran. I got my ass beat. I got my ass beat in front of the bouncers who did not. They got literally probably 8 punches in, and this guy's like 2 of them have my arms behind my back, and this guy's just laying into me.
Oh no,
dude.
Oh,
bouncers
man.
did nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, but this isn't
So
even the best
sorry.
part of the story.
What?
So that story, I am the next morning. At 5 in the morning, I'm supposed to be leaving to Kelowna, but I only agreed to go because it was my best friend's birthday.
Yeah.
So I get home from the bar. It's 3 in the morning. My brother-in-law picks me up. I look disgusting. I am black eyes, bloody lips. I look horrible. I get through the door and I wake my mother up accidentally, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing, you?" I'm sorry, Mom. Go downstairs, and she's like, well, "You better be packed and ready for." So I go downstairs and I pack. I start packing up my suitcase. I packed 5 towels, and that is it. I was drunk, and I was just so out of it from getting the shit kicked out of me. Did not pack a single thing for Kelowna except for towels. And we are halfway to Kelowna.
Hey man, at least they're covered for towels.
Yeah.
We gotta go to a Walmart. I need a toothbrush.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that grade 4 me wasn't there to back you up, man.
I know.
Grade 4 me would have killed, Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe the bouncers just watched. That's so.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what? And that's pretty. Well, a lot of those places, right? You gotta understand, you're the sober one as a bouncer or bartender, right? So if you clock somebody, right, you're a sober guy beating up a drunk guy, which does not look good.
No.
I've gotten in a couple of I wouldn't not fights but altercations at work, and where I jumped the once because I cut him off. People hate that.
Yeah.
And you have to keep in mind all the time these people is that they're intoxicated and you're not. So if you start swinging it, they start swinging at you. If you start swinging, you're the sober guy beating up the drunk guy, which does not look good.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be careful, but.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lesson learned. Don't get in fights if you're sober.
True.
Unless you're grade 4 and you ask a girl out, and she's
yeah,
just kidding.
You puke on them and then beat them up.
Honestly, don't get in fights in general. All it takes is like Sean says is one hit to ruin the rest of your life, because you don't know how that guy's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is true.
You don't know don't know who's going to see. You don't know what's going to happen. And that's half the thing. It's just I've seen too many, I've read too many cases about 18, 19-year-old guys getting in bar fights because most guys don't back down from a fight, and then they end up getting manslaughter charges.
Yeah,
it's just
that's true.
It's nothing.
Not a good place to meet women, or a good place.
Yeah.
We got a little sidetracked there. I mean,
You know, I'm
Like
starting to get the feeling that bars are just for drinking and eating and just hanging
And
out.
fighting.
You know?
bars, okay. Well, yeah, like I said,
Eating,
honestly,
fighting.
man, like Sean's story, he was with the girl and some dude came out with him a bottle. Not a good place to meet women. Like,
No.
This is true. Well, it was his woman, so.
Oh.
oh,
Okay.
but the thing
Yeah.
is, she was still dancing with you though, not him.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the prom date there.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Date.
So yeah, back to the regular topic. Ultimately, I don't think it is. Like, if what do you get at best? Like
That was-
a one night stand, or like you flirt with this chick for half an hour and then like she goes and flirts with another dude. Like, I don't think it's a good place to meet anybody. Like, but
I mean, I
go to
guess,
the
like-
library.
What's the bottom of the
So-
like? What's the best place? Where's the best place?
Not Tinder either.
no, my favorite place, like my favorite club for like meeting people that are like I legitimately vibe with.
Okay.
Church.
All right.
Sure, yeah. No, if we're talking clubs, probably Buckingham.
Oh, I love the Buck. I love the Buck.
The Buck's probably my favorite spot.
Oh, we should go to the Buck.
Oh, absolutely.
Think Costa
Absolutely.
Buck is the
There you have it.
Dollarama.
The Buckingham, the perfect
The
place.
Buckingham. Or high school in my case. Wait, never mind. No, never mind. I take it back.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
no,
hey,
you guys-
hey.
Hey,
To be
I,
honest, I can't
You
go
guys-
to high school.
I think if I go to high school to pick up a girl, I'm gonna go to jail. Like,
Yeah,
Let's try to find
Bad
Chad a girl at the
advice, Jason.
Buckingham.
Never mind. Yeah, the
We can
Buckingham.
make
That's
this
more
happen,
age
guys.
appropriate. Yeah.
It's gonna
we
happen.
went from relationships to Tinder to fights. I think we got it all tonight.
Yeah.
it's
Man.
generally like bar in the dating scene is not the best thing in the world.
It's a mess, man. Yeah. It's,
I feel for you guys,
Kind of
man.
sums it up. Is I think we gotta find a new way.
Yeah.
I
Find
think
it.
that'll be
Yes.
like we can do the next episode.
Should we create like
Brainstorm some
our
ideas.
own
No,
app?
guys.
we're gonna get
Their own.
No.
episode just giving bad dating advice.
Guys, I have
Very funny.
a revelation.
What?
The new
Oh.
way, everybody started a podcast in the pandemic. You just meet fellow podcasters, and that's how you fall in love.
Wow.
There we go.
Oh wait. Oh, I gotta find you. Okay.
Okay, the app is called like
You gotta-
podcast, where it's like
gotta-
Tinder, but
gotta
you're
help
casting your like a what do you call it? A fishing rod? I don't know. It's like
What
plenty
about
of
a
fish, but
fishing rod?
podcast. I don't know, like a podcast. You're casting out your rod. Your
What?
Hey,
what is that called?
appropriate,
What is
JC.
it?
Appropriate?
Your fishing line. Your fishing line. Sorry, no. Your fishing
JC,
line.
pretty sure if I cast my rod, I'm also gonna catch a charge for
Jesse.
that too.
Yeah, he's gonna get strep again.
Please.
Takes his-
And you're
Oh,
the one
man.
who beats up people for confessing their feelings? Come on, man.
Wait, so Chad, your
Stop
first
talking.
question is like you're always gonna ask if like she works on a farm the moment
Yeah.
you first.
Hey,
Yeah.
First
I'm
question.
gonna make them give me a COVID result test.
Yeah.
a clean bill of health.
I feel like
Yeah.
this should be like mandatory now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like here
Like,
are my
Just
health
freaking
Just
records.
got-
test
Go-
results.
Yeah,
Like,
go
for
to
every
Yeah.
first date.
As soon as you sign up for Tinder, they make you provide a COVID test result.
Really?
Just bring a questionnaire.
No, that's a joke. But they
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't use
Right.
Tinder. How would I know?
Yeah, dude.
because it's
steer
illegal
clear
to
of
ask for
Tinder.
medical history.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, JC.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. Absolutely, it is.
Hey, baby, what's your medical history?
Yeah. Do you have any pre-existing conditions I need to know about?
Yeah. Like, what about hepatitis?
Is it on
C?
your? Do you have anything on your mother
you
or
make out with a
father's side?
horse?
What's your?
Are you gonna make me
Yeah.
do manual labor for free?
and you're just like,
Do you live
and
on
just like, you know
farm?
What's your
what?
blood pressure?
Yes.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
start sending people questionnaires?
are you gonna beat me up for
Just
confessing
lo
my
and
feelings?
behold, you're actually their insurance. You're like, ha, got you, motherfucker.
Is that
You
hereditary?
lied on your insurance forms.
Yeah.
Man.
There you go.
Right. Okay. There you Wow, what a fascinating discussion today, huh?
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of a show, but I think we had a good time.
I think so
Yeah.
too. It was funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And that brings the end of this episode of the Loneliest City Podcast. If you have any topics you'd like to request, feel free to reach out or leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more content. We are your hosts, Sean, JC, Chad, Ian, and Jesse, and this is the Loneliest City Podcast. Thanks for listening, and have a great one.